That was kind of an odd attack by him. I mean, if I take it and go to 7, and then he has Bellringer, he can block one of my guys. Go to 3. His guy dies, and then I'm at 7, and he can kill me on the swing back because of the trample. I think I can't even do that because I have my wolf. He'd have to get rid of the wolf too. All right. I mean, Renaissance still seems okay in this deck. Orchard Spirit, he doesn't look like he has a lot of first strikers. I think he's got a Chapelgeist. Still seems okay. I mean, Slayer's got to end up being fine, though it didn't look amazing against things that I saw, but he's probably got at least one zombie in there. Is Geist Flame okay? Not great with what I saw so far. I think I'm just going to go with what I have. Yeah. Parceling might end up being okay if I see a lot of like Bonds of Faith and stuff, but I didn't really. Well, this is a fine hand. And it looks like he went up to 41 cards, which is odd. Maybe he just didn't know what to take out, and he put in his one of those the things to kill spirits. I mean, those are Urgent Exorcism, I think it's called. Those are definitely not bad against me. Yeah, I'll just throw out the Voiceless Spirit first. I mean, I'd probably just run into a Chapelgeist here or Urgent Exorcism, so I might not be getting a hit in, but eh. There's the Chapelgeist. Yeah, I think it's best to just get out my Mausoleum Guard. I mean, it represents an attack on the swing back too, just like the Orchard Spirit would. Because it's the most logical play to follow this up is Land Moon Heron. And it develops at least a surprise attack with my Cleaver. Even though we now know Smite the Monstrous is pretty good against the cleavered up guy. But I also have Creeping Renaissance, so... Alright. I do like me an Elder of Laurels here. I think that guy's going to be rather hard to stop when it comes down. Don't see any reason not to just go ahead and drop him right now. Ooh, Moreland Hot. The only drawback of this guy is it costs so much mana. If that guy costs only 3 mana to activate, it would be insane. Yep, could see that coming. Hopefully I draw another land so I can make 2 drops this time. Sure. Well, now, I mean, even if he doesn't have... He might have Village Bellringer here, so it could be a risk. To simply suit up, or to simply attack. Like, I know he's got Bellringer in his deck, so it looks like an attack with Voiceless Spirit could get risky. I think it's actually better to just throw Cleaver on Mausoleum Guard and swing with just the Mausoleum Guard. I mean, he could flip this by losing his guy, but that's not horrible for me. I might draw another land the next turn. Yeah. I actually like the Cleaver up plan. If he ends up trading with this, yeah. I mean, he's probably going to Bellringer block, lose his Bellringer, flip that, untap, Silent Departure, my guy. Hit me for 7, but I mean, I've gained so much. If I draw a land, Elder Laurels just shuts him down again. I really think this is going to be Bellringer, jump, flip, untap, silent departure. Let's see, that would put me at 23. Taking 7, going to 16. He departures. I wish it wasn't that to be the exact play, but hey. I mean, the good news is, like, if he silent departures this, I can suit up this and play Laurels and have the perfect defense. So, I mean, while we're taking some beatings here, it kind of forces his turn, and he still doesn't have a great way to break through the long game. And we did gain 5 life, so we effectively, like, negated the attack from the militia. And while we got rid of it, we pseudo got rid of a card because he was Moreland Haunt, but we kind of got rid of the trick that he had, because now we know that he can't, like, untap and kill this guy, and we eat up his mana for the next few turns. I really think he, like, his only choice is to silent departure this thing here. He can't really let me get another hit in. I guess he could have ripped another silent departure. Maybe ripped Smite the Monstrous. He's debating that too, but he could have also just smited the last turn. I mean, if he smited last turn, he doesn't get the flip on Militia, which might be the main instigator for him not smiting. He knows I have Laurels in hand, so he knows I'm well posed for beating him in the long game. I guess the interesting thing about Laurels is that, like, he could have Smite. Ooh, he's going for the Scholar play, okay. That's interesting. Bonds, okay. This doesn't seem as effective, because I mean, I'm gaining 5 life back. Or more life back if I happen to draw anything. Well, I could play Elder of Laurels and volley his Scholar. That might be superior to anything else. I really don't like Scholar being online. Especially with that Moreland Haunt, I think this Scholar would be the guy that would most be the pain in the ass for me. If this gets silent departure, I mean, now he's in kind of trouble because I have 2 humans, and one of them can threaten to be really, really big. And with the Renaissance, I'm okay taking trades as long as I'm gaining a ton of health. Ooh. Did not expect that one. I can tell you that right now. Of course, I mean, he's just getting another 2/1 body in play, so it's not that big, because he could have just flashed that back. Sure. Yeah, see, I mean, I don't know how much this accomplishes for him. Oof. Since I can just suit up my, I think just suiting up my Laurels here, attacking for 5 is the right play. Yeah, that Butcher's Cleaver is doing serious work for me. I mean, I draw one more land, and Laurels is now threatening lethal itself. I mean, as it is, it now has 7 toughness. And I got the Renaissance in my hand. Like, he's got to trade 2 guys for it. He's okay looking at the long game with the Moreland Haunt, but... it's kind of a tough spot for him, because if he wants to like, he can either make a token to chump, or if he wants to cast a spell, yeah. I mean, he just slowly falls behind here. Could have drawn Smite, which would be pretty sick. Well, he wouldn't have drawn Smite, because he would have attacked first. 5, 8 toughness. I mean, I could just drop the Orchard Spirit, swing in with the Elder. If he didn't draw anything, he would have to block 5, 6, 7... and a creature is 8, and I could kill everything that blocks. That seems like a great option to me, especially with Renaissance sitting in the weeds. 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, I could have just suited up my Voiceless Spirit and gone that route. I think this is better. I mean, I don't think he has Smite based on what he attacked with before. Or how he... like, he would have attacked here if he had a Smite. I think it's better to just swing at the Laurels. And now his plan probably is just to chump block. I mean, I really prevent a swing back next turn, but I think it's just better to establish my board. I don't really care about a super swing back by him. Because I have so much life at this point. And he's basically in the same position as last time. I mean, we assume he drew like a Moon Heron or something like that. Like, if I draw another land here, I have 2 Laurels activations next turn. That gets really tricky for him. I think I actually just end up sending, 4 guys in if I draw a land, because we're just going to force trades and have Creeping Renaissance. It'd be like pump Laurel, pump whatever the Chapel Geist blocks, I'll lose like this guy, and that's fine. Though I could maybe even just kill him. If he attacks with Militia, does that mean he drew Smite? Maybe, but he probably would just go ahead and smite the Laurel now, because... I mean, if I attack with everything... I don't really care that I'm losing a creature. I'm just forcing through damage at this point. I can't really waste any more time in case we lose this game because I'm going a little slow. Yeah, I mean, I don't see a reason not to attack with everything. We're forcing through so much damage. I could maybe attack with Pilgrim too, but then I wouldn't be able to play my villagers after, which I think is a fine play. We're just forcing through so much damage here. We might lose the Laurels in this attack, but if we lose the Laurels, he loses the Militia. And if he doesn't do some crazy blocks, he's gonna die. Ooh, interesting. So he has Smite the Monstrous? I mean, I think I just go ahead and kill Orchard Spear here. Like, if I pump this, 8, we're killing him. But if I go ahead and kill Chapelgeist, what's he gonna do next turn? I mean, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 flyers, and he's at 8. And I still have Cleaver on a bunch of those. I don't think I go for the kill, because I think... God, though, if I hit for 6... Or if I hit for 8, he'd be going to, like, 2. He'd still have those blockers. Yeah, I think it's better to just go ahead and kill the Orchard Spirit. Crazy as that sounds, this could be really bad. Or sorry, to kill the Chapelgeist. I mean, I probably should go for the kill right here. Maybe he's banking on me not going for the kill. This guy has to get Smite of the Monstrous. I don't see him not having Smite of the Monstrous here ever. Wow, that seems like the worst play he could do. Since now he goes to 3 and I have like a billion guys that he can't block next turn. I know he doesn't have a Smite. Yeah, I think you have to kill Elder there. Ooh, Slayer. That was a good play for him when Villagers were my only guy, but now I know he only has 2 things that can block flyers, and I have 3 flyers, so... Alright, I'll see you in the final.